Welcome to another edition of Small Talk for You. This morning I'm going to take a look at deleting objects from a database using Glorp, but what I'm going to show you isn't going to work, and then I'll explain why it's not working. It has to do with the way I set up my descriptor in my class. So let's go ahead and first query something out and show you the code that in theory should work. So we'll do an inspect here. We get our object. We have Wilma2. And now what we're going to do is issue a deletion. You're going to see something funny when I do this. You see over here, it begins a transaction, then commits it. But if I go ahead and look for this, so let's change this to Wilma2 down here, and we'll try to read this guy out. You can see there it is. Now you might wonder, why is that not working? Well, it's because Glorp can't identify the object in the database properly, because if you recall, when I set up the descriptor, we had no primary key. So what we're going to do in the next screencast is we're going to reset this with a primary key, and then we're going to work through this example and watch it work. But the thing to keep in mind is that if you're going to use Glorp, you either have to have a primary key on the table, or if the table isn't specified with a primary key, you at least have to tell Glorp how to treat one of the columns as a primary key, in which case everything will function fine, again, so long as that column that's functioning as a primary key is actually a primary key. So we'll set that up next time. Until then, have fun with whatever Smalltalk you're using.